Hey and welcome to the Daily Man United News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Erik Ten Hag take positives from Europa League disappointment against Real Sociedad. Erik Ten Hag took a few positives from the victory against Real Sociedad in the Europa League. Manchester United came away 1-0 winners in a tightly fought contest. The Red Devils, however, needed to win by 2 goals to top their group. They will now face an additional tie against teams dropping from the UEFA Champions League. Ten Hag will be disappointed that his side could not manage to score another goal. In his post-match interview, he stated, "We are disappointed. We want always to be number one, and when we aren't, we are disappointed. But there were also some positives, and we have to take them from here as well. You don't always get what you deserve in football. First game, a penalty that wasn't a penalty. Today, we won. I am happy with that and some other things." The United boss highlighted a few positives from the game. The performance from Garnacho, Donny back in the team. "I think we made a really good goal with Garnacho and some good chances as well in the first half. But of course, we are disappointed that we didn't score too." Ahead of the game, Ten Hag was dealt a double blow as two regulars were ruled out of the game. Anthony, who also missed the game against West Ham at the weekend, did not recover in time to travel with the squad. Jadon Sancho, who was an unused substitute in the 2 games prior to United's game against Sociedad, was not spotted in training and also missed the game. That meant that Ten Hag needed to shuffle his pack as he was short of options in the attacking positions. Bruno Fernandez, who is a permanent fixture in the number 10 position, played on the right-hand side instead. United now turn their focus to the Premier League for a tough away game against Aston Villa on Sunday. Bruno Fernandes comments on a new position following Real Sociedad win. Manchester United's fate in the Europa League was confirmed earlier on Thursday as their 1-0 win over Real Sociedad was not enough to claim first place in Group E. The victory means that United have won 5 on the spin in the tournament but missed out on goal difference, with Thursday's result cancelling out the 1-0 loss to La Real in September. Instead of qualifying for the round of 16, United will now face one of 8 teams dropping down from the Champions League in a playoff round. Speaking after the game, stand-in captain Bruno Fernandes admitted that although they are disappointed to not win the group, there are still positives to take from the game. "Obviously, our goal for today was winning the game by a 2-goal difference," Fernandes told BT Sport. According to the Manchester Evening News, "We knew we needed that. We played a great game. We tried everything. At the end, we took more risk because it was needed to score the second goal. But we won the game. It was a great win against a tough opponent, but obviously we have not won the group, which was our goal, but it was a win. We know they could get more chances second half as we had fewer people defending. We had to take the risk to have more people in front to score the goals. We didn't concede, so another clean sheet, which is really important for us, and we keep going undefeated in games, so that is important for the confidence of the team." Asked about the manager's decision to let him play on the right-hand side, he insisted that he will play wherever the manager asks him to play. "I play wherever the coach needs me to play. Obviously, it's not my position, but I try my best to help the team and to be involved in a way that I can be helpful to the team," Fernandes said. Casimiro reveals his happiness at Manchester United after Real Madrid exit. Manchester United midfielder Casemiro is extremely happy in England after completing his move from Real Madrid to Manchester United. The Brazilian arrived at Old Trafford in a £70 million deal and has rapidly become an instrumental presence for Erik Ten Hag in the middle of the park. The 30-year-old has completely transformed United's midfield, adding some much-needed steel, grit and solidity in there. According to Brazil ESPN reporter Nathalie Gedra, who had a personal moment and spoke with the United midfield general, the player expressed to her his shock at how happy he is at his new club. Gedra reports, "I actually spoke to Casimiro after the Chelsea match and he said to me that his adaptation couldn't be better. He said that since the start, even if he wasn't playing, the coaching staff was talking to him all the time. Casimiro was just so delighted. He was like, 'You will not believe how happy I am here at Manchester United, and after so many years in Madrid, to settle in so quickly is quite surprising.'" Talking about the Premier League, talking about the team, making him feel comfortable, and the club has been amazing to him, making him feel like a part of all this. Jadra adds that the Brazilian international disclosed that he is extremely comfortable both on the pitch and off it. One thing that the player has been working on to improve his situation in his new environment is the language and communication with his teammates. Jadra's indications were confirmed by Casimiro himself, who accompanied Ten Hag in the press conference ahead of yesterday's tie against Real Sociedad. Casimiro said that he was enjoying Ten Hag's coaching and winning mentality, which he pointed out as something that he impressed him the most. He realized that the team was playing fantastic football, but warned there is still much room for improvement. Manchester United set to trigger contract extension for defender Diogo Dalot. There are a number of players with uncertain futures at Manchester United, and one of them is Diogo Dalot, who is enjoying the best season of his career so far under Erik ten Hag. The Dutchman was keen on bringing another right back in over this summer, but after failing to do so, Dalot's development has shocked supporters. The Portugal international has spent much of his Old Trafford career playing second fiddle to Aaron Wan-Bissaka, but since Ten Hag took over, the roles have been reversed. Dalot joined United from Porto in 2018, but has not nailed down a place until now. The only issue is that his career high form has coincided with the final 12 months of his contract. Dalot is a free agent next summer and is free to speak to foreign clubs over a pre-agreement in January. United do, however, have the option to extend his contract for an additional season, and according to The Sun, that is exactly what the Old Trafford club are planning to do in a bid to fend off interest from Europe's elite clubs. As per the report, AC Milan and Barcelona are both monitoring the situation and hoping to sign Dalot on a free transfer next summer, but that now looks unlikely following the news of United's intentions. It's claimed that United are confident Dalot will stay put and that negotiations are being held over his future, with Dalot's representatives said to be in touch with the club. In addition to his fine start to this season, Dalot is also hoping to have an impact on Portugal's World Cup campaign, having made his senior debut for the nation at last year's European Championships. Alejandro Garnacho breaks record previously held by George Best. Alejandro Garnacho has set a new record that was previously set by Manchester United legend George Best. The Argentinian made his senior debut only last week, and 7 days later has netted his first goal for the club against Real Sociedad. Garnacho is likely on cloud 9 right now, scoring his first goal in a European match that was assisted by Cristiano Ronaldo, his idol. The game-winning goal made Garnacho the youngest no-English goal scorer in Europe for the Red Devils since George Best set the record. Speaking after the game, Ten Hag looked at the positives and was pleased with the performance of Garnacho, who worked hard on both ends of the field. He told ManUnited.com, "He was reliable defending, he worked hard, he was a threat and he scored a goal, so I am happy. If he can keep this process going, I am really happy." Ten Hag recently said that Garnacho has been training with a better attitude, and the same was mentioned by Bruno Fernandez in his post-match comments. The 18-year-old's potential was regularly talked about during the second half of last season, and he may have got carried away ahead of the ongoing campaign. He has now finally got his chance to impress. After a lively display against Sheriff Tiraspol, the youngster made a superb start yesterday with a wonderful debut goal. United will be in Premier League action against Aston Villa on the road on Sunday, and it remains to be seen whether Garnacho makes his full league debut. If Antony and Jadon Sancho are not deemed fit enough, there is a strong possibility that Garnacho could get the nod in the starting 11 against Unai Emery's side. Donny van de Beek fails to impress in Man United's win at Real Sociedad. Manchester United midfielder Donny van de Beek failed to impress during the club's 1-0 Europa League win over Real Sociedad on Thursday evening. The Dutchman has been on the fringes of the first team this term, but he was handed a surprise start in the number 10 role against the La Liga outfit. The 25-year-old had the chance to prove his credentials to manager Erik ten Hag, but he was hardly into the game with just 18 touches in 58 minutes. Meanwhile, the former Ajax star completed just 9 of his 13 passes attempted. He was dispossessed on 6 occasions, while winning only 2 duels. Van de Beek only recently returned to full training after a muscle injury, but a player of his caliber is expected to perform much better than this. The Dutchman started in his preferred number 10 role, with Bruno Fernandez moving to the right wing. We don't see him keeping his place on Sunday. Antony is likely to return this weekend after a minor injury, and the Brazilian should reclaim his starting spot on the right side of United's attack. Fernandes, who is the regular number 10 in the league, is suspended after accumulating 5 yellow cards. In his absence, Ten Hag could now play Christian Eriksen from the role over Van de Beek, who offered nothing in a crucial game against Sociedad. Van Dijk backs Lisandro Martinez. He can only speak positive about him. Virgil van Dijk has backed fellow centre-back Lisandro Martinez of Manchester United after ongoing criticism since his arrival in the Premier League. The Argentinian has proven to be worth his weight in gold for the Red Devils and has cemented his place in the starting 11. He has been instrumental to the team in their recent results and is a key part of the reason why United have 10 clean sheets, 7 in their last 8 matches. Martinez's work ethic to win every ball, his passing ability to move play up the pitch and create an attack, as well as his sheer passion after winning a block, tackle or interception, has made him an instant fan favourite amongst the Old Trafford faithful. He continues to prove the doubters wrong too, as rival fans and former players, namely Jamie Carragher and Graeme Souness, all insisted Martinez would not be successful in the Premier League due to his height. Despite playing for rival teams, the Netherlands international has fully backed Martinez on his ability and talent. He told Gary Neville on the overlap, "Height difference is something that you shouldn't even mention. It can help you if you are a bit taller, but it can also not help you in certain ways. I think he did fantastic against us. He is a good signing for United, very passionate, good on the ball. I can only speak positive about him. I have a lot of respect for what he has achieved so far. Hopefully, he will be doing well for United, but not getting successful." He added, "I think in England everyone has to say something about everyone, but he is already shown many good performances and he shouldn't even think about the other stuff." Porto goalkeeper Diogo Costa signs a new long-term contract in major blow to Man United. Manchester United have been dealt a major blow in their transfer activity. It's an open secret that the Red Devils and manager Erik ten Hag were lining up Porto goalkeeper Diogo Costa as David De Gea's number 1 replacement. There have been a number of questions surrounding the suitability of De Gea to Ten Hag's system. While he is a brilliant shot stopper, the Spaniard is limited in his ability to play with his feet and to initiate sweeping action. He has shown glimpses of his improvement in these areas recently, but it's an undeniable fact that there are better options out there, hence the constant links to Porto's Costa. However, United have been dealt a major blow in their pursuit of the Portuguese even before the transfer window arrives. Costa has signed a new long-term contract with Porto. Porto have officially announced that their highly coveted player has put pen to paper on fresh terms that will keep him at the Estadio de Dragao until 2027. Costa initially had a relatively decent €60 million release clause, and for a club like United, this was deemed as extremely friendly, especially considering the player's young age. Upon signing a new contract, Porto have put into place a larger and more hefty sum required to pry their prized possession from their hands. As per Portuguese outlet Ebola, Costa's new release clause is an astronomical €75 million. His extended contract time also means that Porto are now firmly in the driving seat for negotiations with any elite club looking to procure Costa's services. I will be uploading daily Man United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.